see a squad from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense will start this game off. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Got a man in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Give to the running back. Shakes off the defender. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. The Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Morton. Quickly complete. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Eakin. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Douglas. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Red Raiders didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Off play action on 1st down. Big guy smells it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And after that 1st down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Trying to run it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open,
going for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity to put 3 on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Rebels offense will get the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
To the air, it's Calandria. He finds a soft spot in the middle and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to control.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Lee. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds a man in the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position, they rotated the football, and they went and game tackled.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Quickly to the tight end. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. That one was a major league knuckleball, ducking and darting and somehow finding its way over the crossbar. And that's going to give us a tie ball game here in the 1st. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's Morton. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
Catch in the middle. It's sticky. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The offense in its own end still needing a couple yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll take it on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Rebels offense is back on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step too here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
To the air on second down. Does a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this third down. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for space. It's Thomas. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it fly. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Red Raider.
And these plays take time to develop. Nice job by the offensive line, buying some time. And how about the quarterback with a great decision? Seeing his receiver start on the left side, come all the way across the formation, get him the football. He does the rest, gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. These two teams feeling each other out a bit, down 10-3 as they open this drive. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Rebels have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, and live to fight another down.
two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking for a crease, it's Thomas. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter and space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Using the quick game. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to throw it again. Gets it out quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Throws to the back. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Rebels. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5, and the returner will be knocked down. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
That's caught. It's Virgil. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
Finding an escape route. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. The Red Raiders have it in scoring position on first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Morton. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Ready to try the point after. point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Tight end finds a soft spot.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
He knocked him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Got a man, it's Thomas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Back open in the middle. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive. And now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Wants to throw. It's Calandria. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like
Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Eaton. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield. First and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. March to the red zone, and here they go. They get to him as he throws. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Red Raiders, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Sticky. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Rebels offense is back on the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Caught over the middle. It's Lee. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Looking to throw again. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And it's no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And just not enough leg on that kick. You see it just gets knocked down by the crossbar.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones AT&T Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Red Raiders will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready. They're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here in the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball coached.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that they're looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out.
Turning it on! That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Looking to pass. It's Calandria. The short hands. It's Lee. And another broken tackle. Open space at the 25. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
And the Rebels trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. He cannot get it in. A inches away from pay dirt. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Morton. With the catch, it's Virgil. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Got a man, it's Virgil. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Red Raiders moving quickly to the line.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Pulls it in. It's Williams. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Virgil. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Here they come on 3rd down, and the defense has had no answer so far. Dropping back, it's Morton. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Red Raiders had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Off play action. Going for 6.
Now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got his man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down, 10 yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Fires left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Fires to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it to a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
They'll try the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Grabbed in the middle. It's Eakin. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Takes a handoff. It's Sticky. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Red Raiders have this offense rolling. They'll ride the hot hand. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
To the air, it's Morton. Hauls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And the Red Raiders will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Rebels offense is back on the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Final play of the quarter coming. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down will open up the final period. On the run, it's Thomas. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Back to pass, it's Calandria. Finds his big tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking first down, down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. 3rd down coming up. Using his legs, it's Lee. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
It definitely makes it a little bit of knowing I'm up by more than a field goal. Obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
For sure hands, it's Eakin. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Toss to the Jr. making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
To the air, it's Morton. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense. Now you understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Rebels in the hurry-up.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking down the middle. Right, haul it in, and they almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? To the air, it's Calandria. Back's looking for the goal line. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Vegas. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. From the gun, looking for a man. He barges his way into the end zone for the 2, and we are locked up here in the 4th. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5, and the returner will be brought down. Texas Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to...
There we go. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the fourth quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. And they regain the lead.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the fourth quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Give to the back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lane.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
When you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space. So if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Back to throw. It's Calandria. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Grabbed over the middle. It's Glover. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And the Rebels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They just keep firing. He wants it all. Touchdown, UNLV. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. He's inside the 40. This offense has it with really good field position. Leaves it with the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Snagged in the middle. It's Eakin. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.